In the world we live in, there's a perpetual war for recognition, a yearning for respect, for prestige. Society thrives on hierarchy. Some ascend above, casting lengthy shadows. Others fall behind, destroyed by the very darkness they were too terrified to face. Prestige, the elusive treasure everyone covets, is the currency of the powerful, the mark of the respected, the signature of those who know how to bend the world to their will. But let's be real, prestige isn't thrown out freely. It's not a trinket you can buy or a cheap illusion you can build with temporary success. No, true prestige is earned. It's formed in the fires of struggle, in the trials of rejection, in the loneliness of ambition. It's born in the depths, in the shadows most people dread to tread. You seek prestige in society? Then you must be ready to embrace the darkness that surrounds it. Because status doesn't blossom in the sunlight of ease and comfort. It increases when you face your fears, confront your enemies, whether they are others or the demons inside you, and when you learn to traverse a world that frequently appears cold, apathetic, and even hostile to your objectives. The truth about prestige: no one cares about you until they need you. Before you go on this trip to develop your status, consider this: no one gives a damn about you. That's the hard fact. Not until you prove yourself valuable. Society is founded on a cold, transactional foundation. People don't flock to you because you're kind, generous, or hardworking. They flock to you when you matter, when you possess something they can't readily obtain, when you are someone they can't ignore. And that's what prestige is. It's the capacity to make others look up, to force them to see you, to make them need you. But how do you get there? How can you move from obscurity, from the mediocrity of being unnoticed, to a position of power and prestige? You start by discarding the false belief that your efforts alone would bring you somewhere. Effort is vital, but it's not enough. The world is full with people who work hard, but very few of them climb to the top. Prestige requires something more, something darker, something more deliberate. The art of power and manipulation. Building prestige isn't about following the rules. It's about knowing that the game is rigged from the start and that those who win are the ones who know how to manipulate the system. If you want to be regarded, if you want to climb the ladder, you can't simply be good at what you do. You have to be adept at controlling the story. You have to master the art of perception. You need to become a storyteller, one who can weave the tale of their own greatness so effectively that others believe it before you've even fully attained it. Prestige is often established on illusion as much as fact. People believe what they see, not what is true. And so you must learn to manage what people perceive. Every step you take, every action, every phrase must be calculated for optimum effect. Make no mistake, this is not about deception for deception's sake. This is about using the tools of influence to position yourself as indispensable. In the corporate world, in politics, in every arena where power plays out, those who control the narrative control the outcome. Those that understand how to influence perception get to the top while others lag behind, caught in the belief that doing their best will somehow bring them there. Understand this: prestige is not the reward of the honest. It is the prize of the crafty. Sacrifice is the currency of greatness. There's another fact you must accept if you are serious about establishing your prestige. Not everyone can come with you on this journey. The higher you advance, the more people will fall away. Relationships will become strained. Friendships will break. You'll have to sacrifice things that are dear to you, not because you want to, but because they are incompatible with the road to power. Success, respect, and influence all demand a price. You'll have to let go of the comfort of mediocrity. Most individuals cling to mediocrity not because they lack talent, but because they dread the solitude that comes with brilliance. When you strive for more, when you demand more from life, people will look at you differently. They'll envy you, they'll fear you, they'll try to bring you back down since your ambition reminds them of their own failures. But you must be prepared for that. You must be willing to let go of the need to be loved by everyone. Prestige isn't about being liked. It's about being respected, sometimes even feared. When you go into a room, you should command attention. People should realize that your presence means something. You're not there to satisfy, you're there to conquer. Pain is the path to power. There's a portion of this trip that no one talks about openly, the agony. To advance to a position of prominence, you'll have to go through periods of tremendous hardship. You'll experience rejection, betrayal, and times of uncertainty that will make you question why you even started. And it's at those moments that you will be forged. Because prestige, like steel, is tempered in the fire. Every setback you suffer, every betrayal, every loss, is not a sign of your weakness, but an opportunity to strengthen your determination. People who are comfortable with average lifestyles resign when things get tougher. But those who want greatness, those who sincerely want to rise above, understand that pain is part of the journey. You cannot prevent it, but you can use it. Every terrible experience teaches you something about yourself, about the world, and about the nature of power. Use that suffering to drive your goals. When others break under the weight of misfortune, you will stand taller, stronger. The wounds you bore from the battles you fought will become badges of honor. Proof that you are someone who can survive the worst that life throws at you. Fear nothing but obscurity. Fear is the worst adversary of prestige. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of rejection. It's what keeps individuals in the shadows, unheard and undetected. But here's the truth. The only thing you should fear is obscurity. Being unknown, irrelevant, invisible, that is the actual adversary. If you want to improve your prestige, you must learn to embrace danger. You must put yourself out there, even when it's difficult, even when you know you might fail. Because prestige is not established in the safety of the known. It's built in the daring of the unknown. Do not be afraid of taking risks, of making enemies, of standing alone. The path to greatness is often trodden alone. But it's better to walk alone in quest of something amazing than to be in a mob of people going nowhere. Fear is a weapon society uses to keep individuals in line. They tell you to be cautious, to play things safe, to not make too much noise. But doing it safe has never built anything of worth. Playing it safe makes you little, keeps you invisible, keeps you insignificant. Become ruthless in your pursuit of success. When you intend to ascend the ladder of society, you must be prepared to confront resistance. People will try to stop you. Some will do it out of jealousy. Others will do it because they benefit from your failure. They don't want you to rise because your success reveals their sloth, their lack of vision, their satisfaction with mediocrity. And therefore, you must become cruel. Not in a way that means harming others for no reason, but in a way that says you won't let anything or anyone stand in your way. You must be willing to outwork, outthink, and outmaneuver anyone who tries to stop you. Ruthlessness is sometimes misconstrued. It's not about harshness. It's about clarity of purpose. It's about having such a clear vision of where you want to go that nothing can dissuade you. You must be willing to make harsh decisions, to cut relationships with people who don't support your vision, to move away from situations that deplete your vitality. If you want to establish prestige, you must protect your mind, your time, and your ambition with ferocity. The legacy of prestige. Ultimately, status is about legacy. It's not only about being appreciated in your lifetime, It's about leaving an imprint that lasts. The most prominent people aren't merely remembered for what they achieved, but for the impact they left behind. Who's the final level of true prestige? Not just affecting people around you, but influencing the generations who come after. But legacy is only built by constant pursuit of greatness. Prestige is not a gift, it's a conquest. You must grasp it, claim it as your own, and defend it with everything you have. So ask yourself, are you ready to bear the isolation, the sacrifice, the agony, and the unrelenting pursuit of greatness? Are you willing to quit the comfort of mediocrity, to confront the darkness that surrounds success, and to advance to a level where your name is synonymous with influence, power, and respect? Because prestige isn't for everyone, but for those willing to accept the darkness, it's there for the taking. The world will not provide it to you. You must take it. And once you do, there's no turning back. The choice is yours. The darkness awaits,